Hello, one and all, and welcome to the first ever episode of Interviews, the podcast, the show where I interview people from around the BHL on a variety of different topics. Today I'm here with Carter, also known as LilLuvv. So, hey Carter, how's it going?
Hey man, it's good. What about you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. I guess we might as well get straight into it. We are in the off season, taking half a century to get to the draft because of the non-HL. Um, So let's get one thing out of the way. We all know Youppi is projected to be the first overall pick, and we know that you have the first overall pick. But
Correct.
say, for example, you couldn't get Youppi. Well, actually, let's say, what are you planning to take Youppi first overall?
Yeah, I am actually, but there's another guy who's looking pretty good. He's
Who would that guy
really
be?
really cute and good at. He really hits the rock really good.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
name is
you know.
Norb. Ever heard of Norb?
Oh, I've heard an
Yeah, he's
orb.
he's kind of good.
That's
But
pretty great.
yeah, Yuppie is looks like he's gonna be a Riptide next season.
Yeah, looks like it. Well, do you think he'll get the captain for the season, or
He
will that
may
go to
get
someone?
like the general manager or possibly the captain, whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the Wayne Gretzky of the BHL, then you can get your way a lot of the time. Um, so I guess that answers my question actually. Um, anyway, so I think arguably there's like two or three different approaches to the draft, right? You can draft more for when it comes to the redraft, not the entry draft, but when it comes to the redraft, you can draft more for the present or you can draft for the future. You can draft people who are like maybe a bit older right now and like are gonna be retiring soon because will have other responsibilities that will pile up, or you can draft a younger and a more JBHL kind of style team. And like that's not by younger and older, but also just you have like the ability to draft a good BHL team and also a good AHL team, AHL, non-HL. So what are you kind of going for with what's your draft strategy?
Uh, at this point in time, I feel like I'm just looking for a team that's going to be able to compete with like the rest of the league. So I'm going to draft
Mhm.
the players that I think will fit best in my lineup with the players that I am predicting that I will be picking up.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure that my BHL team's solid, but I also don't have like a shit NAMHL team because I want my
Yeah.
NAMHL team to be at
Mhm.
least half decent.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta remember. Oh, you gotta hope that the your NAMHL team has a free schedule so that we don't have a repeat of this season. Um,
Very true.
anyways, so here's the thing. So we have the redraft, but I feel like and I'm feel a bit weird saying this because I'm in the JBHL, but we're kind of not really focusing on the JBHL because we normally that's what it is. It's just the entry draft. And I know it's not quite the same as what it was last season because last season the JBHL absolutely exploded. But this season you're looking like say take the Remparts for example. They have a ton of rookie talent in like LTM Sharky, Wise Boy, etc. So, looking at them or any other team really from around the JBHL, who have you got your eye on there?
I've definitely got my eye on a few of the Ramparts players. They're all pretty solid. They're on the server often. They show up to every game. So I'm looking for someone good, hopefully, if I
Yeah,
can get my
someone who
hands
can
on.
make an impact, hey?
Yeah. Someone who can play at the NAMHL level.
Yeah, because you don't want to draft a bunch of JBHL players who hardly are able to show up for a game. I'm gonna stop that topic right there because I'm gonna go on about how you should not draft a certain player. Anyways, if you are listening to this, that certain player, you know who you are. Anyways, oh dear goodness. Okay. Um, moving away from the draft. So let's say drafts has happened. You've got decent team. You've got that good person who knows how to hit the puck well. Um, you've got at this rate, I'm gonna guess they're gonna want to get the season going pretty quickly because it's being delayed so much. So let's say you've got a week, maybe 2 weeks to prepare. What's your number one strategy for preparing your not just the BHL team, but the non-HL team as well?
Uh, to be honest, I play Valorant. That's how I get prepared. So I'll probably just play some Valorant with my team. Be like,
That's pretty. I mean,
we'll be
it's
good.
building team chemistry, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Gotta be good friends with your teammates.
yeah. As long as you're having fun, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah, totally. That is what matters. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Team chemistry is a big one, something the admirals need. Anyways, um,
I self-toasting his own team. Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Gosh. There's some chemistry, but not. I just struggle with few certain one person. Anyways, uh,
It's
so
always the one person.
I'll tell you after. Um, so. So obviously a redraft. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's ever happened before in the BHL, has it?
Uh, I believe it happened in S7. I
Oh,
think when
okay,
like everybody like I think when Youppi and Choke all piled into the league. I could be wrong though.
okay, okay. Well, yeah, I wouldn't know because, like I said, I'm new. I played in. I think it was the MCHL.
Hmm.
TJ ran it.
Hmm.
And I saw the invite for the BHL, and I'm like, do I want to make that commitment again? No, I don't. So I just passed on it, and recently I just looked at it. Um. But yeah, so anyways, so you said about all that preparing the team. What about because you have your BHL team and I want to know how much do you try and keep your non-HL team like your regular roster for the non-HL team and the regular roster for the BHL team? Do you try and keep them all connected with each other or do you try and focus separately on the BHL team and then separately on the non-HL team?
Uh, Probably separately, but I'm probably gonna have a NAMHL team owner, so I'll
Okay.
probably focus on the BHL and then he'll focus on the
Yeah,
NAMHL. So
yeah, yeah, for
makes it
sure.
easier that way.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I was gonna touch up on. Do you have any people in mind for your coaches and staff this year?
Uh, at the moment, no, because I don't know who I'm gonna be able to pick up in the draft.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure at the moment.
fun. Well, I'm sure you know who will be coaching the defense if you get the first overall pick that we think you'll get. Um, anyways, so obviously the redraft was arguably much needed. So because the
Yes,
Huskies were just taking
too
it
dominant.
to it next level. So now I think we all knew from like about maybe the Huskies' third game that they were most likely going to win the cup. So
Hmm.
with so with this whole new redraft, if I don't know, and I don't know how if you experienced the redraft before, but how do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's this season is going to be different from say S11 or S10 in the sense that when you're like just starting the league, you've been on the same team with most of the guys on your team for a while. But this time you might not have played with a good portion of your teammates. So how do you think season's going to be different from seasons past?
Uh, this season is gonna be different just because there's gonna be teams that aren't all like they. A lot of them will be new players and different players that other players haven't played with before. So it's
Hmm.
gonna change up the way a lot of people have to play the game and
Hmm.
the way that a lot of people look at their like when they look at their rosters, they're gonna see a big difference between past rosters in the previous seasons.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Um, So on the so if say for example you have your are you trying to give say you draft a couple like maybe you get like one good player from the Remparts and then like another maybe second round JBHLer. Do you try and put them straight away head first into the action in the non-HL? Or would you try and, kind of get them to watch and learn more before they're playing? What's your approach there?
Uh, well, I mean, I normally would like to train a player till they're good enough to play in a higher league. So if I end up drafting someone that I don't think is fit for the NAMHL or the BHL, I'll uh I'll try and train them as much as I can. I'll give them tips so that they can improve, and then we'll go from
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, and that's so okay, so we have the idea that the JBHL is folding. Okay. Let's say it does fold. And because normally, if if a player isn't non-HL ready, or say like you have too many people on your opening night roster, like you already have like four goalies on your team, for example, so and you draft another goalie, and so there's no room. You can't now anymore say, oh, I'll just send him down to JBHL and he'll play in JBHL. So if that's the case, or there's just someone that there's not enough room for, that they aren't good enough, what do you do to train them?
Um, I give them the tips that I've been given in the past. I just help them improve in the way they play the game, help them with their game sense and how to read plays. I'll just try and help them figure out what they gotta fix.
Awesome. And I gotta ask, do you have anyone that you think you're gonna be rivals with this season?
Uh, whatever team that Fraud guy's on, he stinks.
Oh, shades already being thrown. Um, gosh. Okay. Also, jumping a little bit in the past, well, not so much in the past, more the present. Your current NAMHL affiliate team is in the finals, I believe, of
Yes,
this
sir.
NAMHL. Are you, now that the BHL is done, are you trying to help them as much as you can, or are you just leaving it to the NAMHL coaching staff that you have that have been, with them this whole season?
Well, normally I want to try and help them. Like I normally want to be in the VCs, watching the game, coaching them through the game, but these past two series I haven't been there and they've been doing great. So, I don't know. But sometimes they make some plays that are very questionable, which is like sometimes the reason why I want to be in the call. But
Yeah.
they're doing great right now, so maybe I just let them go, you know? Let them do what they're doing.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe you're a bad luck charm.
Maybe
Um,
I am.
oh gosh. Well, I think that is all I have. Did you have any questions for me, or are we all good?
Uh, what do you think of the redraft?
I think the redraft is gonna be great. I mean, I kind of wish that it was a separate redraft and entry draft because if it were to be that, I feel like you could take your team that you have like your like everyone who's been playing in the BHL and non-HL for the past couple like the past season or two, and then you can have them see, oh, we are needing a goaltender. So,
Hmm.
you get a goaltender, or we're needing defense. So, you look for defense in the entry draft.
Right.
But I do think it's going to be good. Um, and I think I'm excited for the next season. I hope I get a little bit of non-HL ice time.
Yep.
But we'll see how it goes.
Alrighty. Well,
I
this
think
was a
that's all I
good,
got.
yeah,
Yeah, it
this
was
was good.
great. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Interviews the podcast. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, maybe with around the puck drop time for season 12. Signing off for now. Eggs on toast.